Okay, so I'm gonna start. So, hello everyone. If you are watching this now, this is pretty much episode number 20. It's of the No Man's Sky Wonders Show in VR. This is a recorded episode. We came with this idea to ensure you guys are not missing us so much. I miss you all, but by now I'm pretty much sitting somewhere in the Red Sea and enjoying the water. But still, thank you for watching this, and I appreciate your support and time. So, for the people who watch this for the first time, let me just give you a brief introduction about the show. This show is about, touring different bases of the No Man's Sky galaxies in virtual reality, and it's been a very interesting experience for me, because usually I try to also have the builder as a guest, and sometimes we can have multiple guests, especially if it's part of the civilization like today, and we try to have a conversation about the journey of the builder, or the team through No Man's Sky and through gaming, and discuss a couple of the interesting news and discussions that's happening in gaming in general. So today I have my co-host and one of my best friends in the game, Maximus, or I call him Max. He is the founder and the leader of the Chimera Corp, a civilization which I also proud to be part of, addition to Catanian Empire. And we're gonna tour a couple of the new colonies and builds of this civilization, starting by one that's really close to my heart. So starting by the pyramids, and we were just discussing before recording today that my wife family originally used to live in front of the pyramids in Egypt, and I went there a few times, but I didn't really see them in virtual reality yet. So it's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of pyramids colony. I saw some of them in the PSVR, but not in PSVR 2. So we'll have a couple of the folks and the mods from the Chimera Corp joining us today. So additional to Max, we'll have Zain and we'll have Todd. And I'm so happy to welcome you guys to the show today. So hey Max, how's it going, buddy?
Well, thank you. Yes, joining me is our fellow founders and admins and owners of the corporation, Zain and Tod. They've been with me since the beginning. Yeah, it's great to have them with me and with you, because we did tease you about these pyramids several months ago, and it's nice to actually have you here look at them, because Zain put quite a few hours of work into them, and at one point I think he had some rendering issues and they had to get deleted, and then had to be completely rebuilt. So
Wow.
it's been quite a journey.
It's this planet reminds me of home, guys, because it have all the grass, and it have very familiar kind of animals that you still see them in Egypt if you go there close to the Nile right now, and it's exactly the same kind of trees that I have at home. It gives me this vibe because in Egypt we have also the sunset behind the pyramids, and this just give me a little bit of homesick. So I didn't travel yet for sure. That's why I'm still recording this. But by the time you guys watch this stream or recording, I will be already home. So I'm so happy that you guys have allowed me to have a glance of home before traveling tomorrow. And I'm getting slowly close to them, and from far they just look magnificent. But let's welcome Zain and Todd. Zain, how are you doing, man? Thank you for joining us
I'm
today.
doing well. Thanks for having me. I'm pretty excited to be a part of this.
Nice, nice. We
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
put you guys on the spot, correct? Just to let you guys know, they were just I don't know, getting ready to sleep or whatever, and then we just kidnapped them to this episode.
It's all good.
Always
Well,
love those
you caught you.
spontaneous shenanigans.
Yes, yes. So then, how long you have been playing No Man's Sky, buddy?
I've been playing. Oh, that's a tough one to answer. Oh, goodness. I want to say I've been playing on and off since about launch. I didn't buy it immediately after it came out. I waited a couple of months till it went on sale because I'm cheap like that. But I started playing it, had same issues that everyone had, that it didn't really deliver everything that was promised. So I put it down for a bit, played other games, came back to it when I heard there were some updates, and then one day one of my coworkers asked me if I was interested in the game, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I am." So without skipping a beat, he goes on his Xbox and buys it for me, and I've just been playing nonstop ever since.
Nice, nice. So when was that? 2, 3 years ago when you started playing actively?
I'd say about five.
Wow,
That sounds accurate. I
wow.
can't claim six because I only played a little bit at first, but I've definitely put in some time.
Well, again, so happy to have you guys, and we'll be discussing a little bit about your journey in No Man's Sky and gaming in general. I'm gonna welcome Todd, but I just want to say, seeing these pyramids really made my day. Correct. I mean, again, I didn't speak a lot. I had 22 episodes. This is a 22 episode. No one ever asked me on a stream where I'm from. So I'm going to use this advantage and say I'm from Egypt and I live in Dubai. And yeah, I missed home, guys. So I'm going tomorrow, as I mentioned. But these are exactly placed very similar to the actual pyramid. So who built this? This were you, Zain, or was that Todd? Who built the pyramids? These
Yeah,
pyramids. You
this
have
is
ever
my
went to
answer.
Egypt before?
I have never, no.
Oh,
I
so
only have Google Images to thank.
yeah. Because the positioning is
I
very
want to
similar. I
go.
actually gonna put some pictures, and when you look to them
Oh
from
yeah,
far,
definitely.
looked from them from far, and by the way, guys, if you watch this, you cannot see what I'm seeing right now because I'm just recording, so we are not live streaming. So Zen and Max cannot see what I'm speaking about. It's gonna be boring for hell for them. But it's using the planet itself, which is very similar to actual soil in Egypt. And we don't have this much trees anymore. We never had this much trees. But the positioning of the three planets, three pyramids, is just very similar. And we have the small one, medium one, big one, with the sunset behind them. That's a sight to behold. In VR, they look massive. I'm looking down here and I have to move my way all the way to stop here. I see Max on the top, like a small little dot. So it's so cool. Okay, so Tom, Todd, buddy, sorry to keep you waiting again. This is one of the disadvantage of me. I keep rambling all the time, and but that's why I have guests, so I'm not boring to hell. How are you, Todd? How are you doing today, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Could be worse, could be better. That's just life.
Hopefully, it's gonna be better after we finish. Hopefully, it's not gonna be a worse whatever you were doing before. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been playing No Man's Sky?
Uh, yeah, what do I say? Let's see. I'm, goddamn. I'm, geez. I'm one of the people that pre-ordered. Um, I had a couple of hundred hours and then kind of quit playing because it was the early days, when, um, yeah, it just, didn't really hit the spot like we were hoping. You know, it happens. But then later, you know, as you know, things improved, and my buddy Zain here, you know, rebought the game for me on a different console. You know, because I don't have a working PS4 anymore, as you can assume. You know, and yeah, I've been playing on PC ever since.
Oh, PC gamer. I'm so surprised. I've been meeting a lot of people who bought the game since day one, and it's so impressive, you know, the journey that No Man's Sky taken in. But in the same time, me sitting on the, standing on top of the second pyramid here and seeing the small one positioned, that shows of this planet, which have one big ringed planet on the left, another big planet on the side. I haven't seen this before.
I,
This
I
is,
actually, I
yeah.
actually believe this is a moon.
I moon, yes,
It's
Yeah,
yes,
just
we're on
yes,
the
yeah.
moon
yes.
right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's a moon. It's a moon. But what I wanted to say, its location is just interesting because it's surrounded by two other planets from left and right, and they are both very big. It's usually to have a moon close to one planet, but I haven't seen one close to two planets in the same time. They are very rare.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's. I was surprised. I didn't expect much because from these, what's this planet? Deathly Green Anomaly is what this planet was listed as flying in, and you know you expect something slightly less hospitable. But when I landed, I was just like, "Wow, this is gorgeous." And then I checked the weather. I was like, "That is a paradise weather system. You know, not classified paradise, but." I know echoes of acid because my home planet that I built my first base on like 2 years ago, or like my first like home that I built for myself was on an echoes of acid weather system, and it never gets a storm. So immediately I was like, ooh. So
Yeah,
yeah, well, glad you like it. It worked out.
I really, yeah, I checked. It's showing Deathly Green Anomaly, but it's actually a paradise planet. Very interesting.
Yes, technically, right? Because it never storms and the Sentinels aren't angry. They're around, but you know. They don't hurt you, or
Yeah.
they're not angered by your presence.
I had a couple of ships just going through me right now in VR, and when I was top on this middle pyramid, and it was just crazy. Okay, Todd, Zain, thank you guys for joining. Max, how is things going on in Chimera Corp, my friend?
Oh, they're fantastic. We've been thundering along, gathering ships and people building fantastic bases, and just generally we just hang out and just try to sort of keep the interest going, which other game like it's like other games do come out, like you mentioned the server. We try to broaden the horizons with other titles as they come. Like Diablo 4 just came out, and there's we try to sort of keep everyone sort of like eclectic and also grounded at the same time. But yeah, we've been currently involved with Nirvana and the PBF and her orbital build challenge, as has the Interstellar Index and a few other, probably people from other civs have sort of started trickling in. It's about 2/3 of the way through currently. I've been dragging my ass in the build personally. I've just sort of been feeling somewhat uninspired, and it happens. I just, after we've built so much stuff this year so far as a group and individually, and it's been a busy year so far for Chimera, and it's been a really good year because a lot of members have just been, like I mentioned before, Todd and Zain are they're essential to the like they are my co-owners. They are we basically, Chimera is a board of directors and has been for the better part of a year since our old quote-unquote leader. I loosely refer to him as a leader because he was an absolute piece of shit.
Since the metaphoric butterfly emerged from the prehistoric cocoon.
But we lead as a team, and we fight as a team. We argue as a team. We laugh as a team. Sometimes we cry as a team. You know, we've done everything together for a year. Like, we've gone through some shit. You know, people have literally died. You know, just like we've grown together as, you know, people and parents, and, you know, just everything has been a journey for all of us. And No Man's Sky has been the vessel for that. And so there's been a lot of stuff that's happened, and you know, and then dealing with all the other civilizations sort of comes as sort of like the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae of the No Man's Sky universe, because we all love it for different reasons, and all came together to be awesome, because we know that, you know, we saw the talent amongst ourselves, and, like, you know, just love bringing everybody together to kind of, you know, enjoy each other's company, so to speak, because otherwise what else do we have to do than give each other stuff to do, or tasks, or, you know, let's go find ships, let's go build bases, let's go do whatever, you know, sit under a gazebo.
Thank you,
is what we're
man.
doing now.
Thank you for the introduction. Guys, I have the link of the Catanian Empire and Chimera Corp in the description. Chimera Corp is one of the most, you know, how do you say, relaxed and, how do we say, beloved family kind of type, you know, civilization. But by family, I don't mean, you know, it's under, you know, it's under 9 or stuff like that. But, you know, it's more of, you know, people are coming from all around. You work in a lot of different places. I myself checked a lot of the civilizations because of the show and because I have too many friends. But I always find it so, you know, easy to just relax in the Chimera Corp. Talk with all different kinds from all different cultures, and you know, just check their, you know, Discord. I put it here in the description. It's just a very nice place to be in. And guys, the sun have rised here on this planet. There's just too many stuff going on in this moon. Sorry, one big massive explorer fighter have just buzzed above my head when I was stopped on the pyramid, and these pyramids are magnificent. I mean, I don't need to buy a ticket now to stand in a row and get, you know, checked for security. I can just come anytime here and check the pyramids. So it's so cool. I maybe, you know, one day, guys, you can just put maybe like a tomb inside or something, correct? Which would be even cool. But there is a huge amount of traffic in this place, and oh, there is also a tent, which is also, you know, giving the Egyptian ancient camp when people can just come and sit, you know. And here is Max, and I think Zain and Tod sitting for a drink around here.
Yes,
All right.
Setting up for some snacks.
Yeah. I just finished a quick breakfast because I wanted to catch you guys before you sleep. So really appreciate it. Okay, so do you want to go to check the new Paradise build on the top of the curve, or the Chimera Corp new HQ? What do you guys have for me? I wanted to keep this, you know, episode short because in reality, you guys should be extremely exhausted. These guys are doing me a big favor, by the way, recording this with me here. So I don't want to be a heavy.
Well, you
guest.
got to remember that it's only 10 o'clock for 2 of the people here. So there's 2 people here that are going to be up for another 5 or 6 hours. So you don't got to worry about us getting tired. We're good.
Yeah,
I'm worried about you, man.
It's the middle of the afternoon. Oh, I'm fine.
This is our like normal playtime.
Starting time.
Yeah, like I usually I play catch up sleep every couple of days, and it you know, it happens. But yeah, no, we'll keep you busy for sure. But
Right.
absorb as much of the jungle as you want, for sure, because
This is home.
there's definitely. I'm trying to look here. Well, just quickly, while we're looking around here, Todd, did you still have a base on Luna? I did have a base.
I never completed that POS, so let's not worry about that.
Okay, I'm trying to think of what a good next destination would be. Then that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, if we're wanting another short, simple base, we could go check out my Madorvos Plaza.
Well, yeah, let's go to the hub because then after we go to the plaza, we can go to the. There's a couple places we can go to for sure.
And he's in VR, correct?
That is
Yes,
correct.
I am in VR, and I want to mention that. Yeah, go ahead.
Something like not like immediately. I don't have to be next or anything, but something like the RnGezus or RnGezelbub builds might actually be cool to see in VR.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
Sure. I just want to say that before we leave here, I'm going slowly on top of this pyramid, and the amount, the way that the connection of the type of rocks connected to each other here, it's very close to the actual ones. I mean, in reality, it doesn't look very clean and nice like this anymore. Correct, after 8,000
Yeah,
years.
a couple layers of
Yeah. But I
The
can see the details very clear right now, and you guys are gonna see this when I publish this video. This is really capturing the spirit of the ancient Egyptian. If Hofu, Khafra, or Mankara they came here and watched this, you're gonna die again from happiness. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna join you guys through the anomaly. Okay. Well
There's
done.
also the mech slash kaiju builds that we did recently.
Oh yes. There's the crab and Todd's floating island. Yeah, those
I'm
are.
sure Zane's wanting to show off his spawning pool.
Yeah, for sure. There's that sounds good. So yeah, let's head to the spawning pool and then we'll head to Mechland. That sounds like fun.
Okay, Artemis is
I've
giving
been back
me,
there in a hot minute.
Artemis is giving me a lot of time in my ship here. I'm trying to skip the dialogue because this is the save that I created new for the show, because I logged my settings on max difficulty on my main save, which have almost 900 hours. And when I started doing the show, correct, because I never planned I'm gonna do a show or anything like that, I get pirates attacked me every time. You remember, Max, last time we done this, we're getting attacked every minute, and it was very hard for me to focus or do anything. So I created a new save,
yes.
which is relaxed, but no quests yet. So I keep getting Artemis, he need to stay, away from me for a few minutes. He doesn't want to give me chance.
No, it's the main quest is relentless. You must destroy it. Or else it'll never go away.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I actually installed No Man's Sky on my Switch because the Switch is the only thing I can carry with me when I'm traveling, and I'm gonna give it a try on Switch. But I won't have too much time to play, to be honest. Okay.
I can appreciate that because if I get on and if I can stay awake for longer than 4 hours, it's a fucking miracle. So usually, yeah, I try to. If I have the conscious ability, I will maintain it as long as I can. But yeah, it's been good. It's been busy. Like just I find there's not a lot of us, but we get a lot done, and it's great. We kind of been able to build a little network of people who actually give a shit and want to see the game
Really
played to its full potential.
seeing our community grow. At least one new member a week. I love seeing that. Seeing
Yeah.
the influence that our members have thrown out there. There's another member. Which one is it? I think Coast Pilot. He actually also lives over on the left coast, and he's thrown some pretty epic builds up himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he certainly has, for sure.
And it's nice when we have the days when we get 10 or so people joining. That's amazing. But yeah, the fact that we can that we're sustaining at least one new person every week, that's cool.
Because even if they're not a master builder, it's someone who has enough of an interest in the game to want
Right.
to check out this stuff that we
And
put
that
efforts into.
and that's potential, because really, like, anyone can be a master builder if they just put time into it and like learn the tricks and like all that kind of stuff. And then like having access to that, having access to like people that know the tricks, right? That you can talk to those people and like, like learn firsthand,
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's like half the fun is sharing all the, everyone's sharing their builds and their knowledge, and they're like, oh, look at how this person like twisted a coral, or stuck a statue through a wall, and it's just at a certain angle, so it looks like it's holding a insert widget, but just happens to catch the light. There's just something that everybody touches the parts, and like,
Who should I report
those
to, you,
different
to
things,
guys?
right?
Who should I report to?
Either Check Boy or Plague Heart.
Should I report to
Yeah,
Max?
I just got to the anomaly, so no, either one of them would be a better option. I'm heading to them right now.
Zain?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
me and him
Alright.
are at the same place.
Okay, I'm coming to you guys. No, what I wanted to say is seeing stuff grow when you put some effort on it, it's very fascinating. This is like, you put a seed for a flower or a planet, and then slowly you keep, watering it. You see it growing all the time. It's a nice feeling, correct? When it's started to grow, correct? Even a little bit by time, little by little.
Yeah, when there's only like 13 of us running around trying to convince people to even show up. That was, our first event was actually exocraft races. So I built a racetrack, kind of like 𝕄𝕒𝕩𝕒𝕤𝕒 sort of was my inspiration. So I built this huge grandstand with using somebody else's base computer. I just, laid down like, I don't know, it was, a huge grandstand and a starting line and a big exocraft garage. And we didn't have a lot of people. It was like, 15 or 20 of us at the time. And, this
That's
turnout
good.
was in
15
terms
and
of
20, it's a very
percentage.
good number. Getting
But in
people
terms
to
of
do
percentage, half the group showed up. Now, if we could get half the group even now to show up to an event, like you think, like most planets, like you wouldn't be able to do it, right? You can only get 16 players in an instance, as we all know. That
yeah.
would be the dream of No Man's Sky lobbies. Like one day, like, hey, Sean Murray ever watches your show and is bored with coffee at 2 in the morning and is listening. Wink, wink. Yeah, having like 32 people in a lobby or 60. Yeah, that could be done anytime.
No Man's Sky, the MMO would be great.
That'd be great.
What a beautiful
Because,
planet,
yeah.
guys. Thank you for
Because
bringing me
imagine
here.
cohesion. Oh, Madorvos is gorgeous. Yes, this is the paradise that our hub forgot, because it does have a brief storm, but when we say brief, it's like very brief. Like, as Chekhov would say, minutes.
This is a beautiful
Vulcan.
planet. You guys just picked the most beautiful planets ever. Actually, coming here in the from the horizon was actually a very interesting experience. So I finally learned how to jet back probably in VR, and thank you to Apaya. I was doing a recording for his episode yesterday, and he have this bees hive build where I need to go all straight up. It took me around 30 minutes to do it, but when I'm gonna put this recording, I'm gonna cut it and I'm just gonna say it took us maybe 30 minutes. But I learned finally that in VR you jet back where you are looking. So if I need to go in a straight line, I need to look all the way up and jet back, and then I can go up in a straight line. But that's the only way to do it, and I only learned this yesterday, correct? So now it really helped me to move around. But this planet is gorgeous, guys. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's really pretty. All this grass grew back here. This is beautiful. Are you seeing this right now? Is everybody seeing what I'm seeing? Like in the center
I
right here?
see you guys moving around. I'm not sure if you see my marker. I turned my
Fantastic.
HUD off.
Look at turn
And
this. Dude, turn these rocks into pond lilies, eh?
it's
Are you
loading.
seeing that?
I see the statues here,
That's
and
fantastic.
I think the base is loading slowly. I see the mid place. I think the base still didn't load. I think it's gonna load in a minute. It's loading slowly.
Oh,
Yeah,
if
it's
it,
loading. It's loading. It's
maybe
loading.
because I've been here a couple of times, I'm seeing it all like instantly. Because
Yeah,
yeah, I was here.
it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. So almost 1 year since you guys restarted the Chimera Corp. Guys, I'm gonna put the link to episode number 9. It's called, the wonderful city. This is actually have me and Max speaking in details about the history of the Chimera Corp. But here, 3 months later, here we come again, and I wanted to get, some balls about, especially from Todd and Zain, because we haven't had them before. How does it feel, after you guys worked so hard to rebuild, as a civilization, and now you see it's growing. You have a lot of people on Discord, a lot of people joining every day. How do you feel after seeing all of your hard work, getting slowly rewarded?
It definitely feels rewarding. It's kind of a reassuring feeling. There's a term I'm trying to think of. A testament to our willpower. We will prevail over anything.
Nice. You like reading?
I
You
I haven't read in a while, but I've always considered myself an illiterate fool.
I'm still not sure, how much of the base loaded. I think it's still loading slowly for me. Slowly, I'm getting the walls loading on the different sides here.
It
If
could also just be big enough that some of it's not gonna load in. If I walk far enough to one side, the other half will start to despawn.
okay, let me see. Maybe if I touch the wall as a base computer. Some people say it's the best trick is to maybe warp back and warp back in. Should I try that?
Well, if you just touch the base computer here, and then, yeah, so after you interact with it, you like warp, or you could like either exit back to the lobby and then rejoin, because then it'll bring you right back here.
All
It'll
right,
just like warp you back to this base. Yeah,
I'm gonna do that right now.
yeah, that should work. That's what we do if we're like all grouped up at bases, and because we've done quite a few collab builds, like Zain Tod and Scott have offered their services many times to many different builds, and not just builds of their own, many of mine, and yeah, been we've definitely seen so many techniques or so many things that we're like, damn, like it's just sort of grow with the moments, or mainly the experiments, like, oh, like I'm going to embed this into a wall, or
And that's
Todd's
another thing that I
been
love
wizarding
about
with ceiling lights for the better part of 4 or 5 months now. It's
I have
lots
learned
going on.
have all come from being in this group, and it is just the coolest thing.
I'm reloading. I hope it's gonna load a little bit. Oh, I came now in night, and it looks completely different in night. The massive scale of these statues. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. These probably the founders. The founders whole. I still have a feeling that it's still loading for me, so I'm gonna go up and take maybe a picture. But I want to touch on, the point which is building these bonds, because you guys been playing together for almost a year, and have you ever met in real life?
some of us
no.
yes, some of us no.
Some know, some yes. Zain and Todd, they know each other, because they live fairly close. And I'm on the other side of the continent, so that's maybe one day. But
Yeah, the key word is yet. We haven't met yet.
yeah,
It will happen one of
I am
these
in
days.
what the cool kids refer to as the Six or Toronto, but we just call it Hogtown or the Big Smoke or.
And
That's nothing fancy. Never has been, but somehow has become cosmopolitan overnight. But yeah, I keep laughing about that as well. But
it
nice.
loaded and I am trapped now. It loaded on top of me.
uh-oh.
I think I will find a way to get out. I hope I will be able to find a way to get out. I was taking a cool
Toronto definitely has gotten nicer over the years.
I was
I'll give
taking
it
a
that.
cool
It used to be shit, but
panoramic view.
are you stuck somewhere?
Yeah.
My
yeah,
god.
yeah.
I keep getting trapped in all different kind of situations here.
Here, come over to the blue guy, me.
Where?
The opposite way. Come back.
Yeah, I see
I should
hope.
probably
Yes.
do something about
Thank
that.
you, man.
Oh yes, that happens. From time
I
to time.
get
know
trapped in all
similar to
different
that.
kind of situations here when I'm taking photos. No, what I was trying to say is that do you feel or you think that slowly having online friends started to replace people like real life friends? I mean, it's still real life friends, correct? But it's just, different kind of friends. It's still sometimes virtual if you don't meet them. I personally now have way more online friends than friends that I meet in real life, like my friends from where I used to live or stuff like this. But this is because I travel a lot. But do you get the feeling, I mean, the warm friendship feeling from online friends as non-online friends that you used to have? Do you think it's slowly replacing or, completing it somehow? What do you think? It's
I
open
would
to
say
anything.
replacing. I definitely consider these guys to be good friends.
And I sorry to interrupt, but I think that we're looking at a different social dynamic since Corona, where there for a while we were kind of forced more to our PCs and our consoles and spent more time with our internet friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I find
Yeah. We are forced to stay.
equally strong as in person, because conversation is half the battle anyway. So it's you can eventually get a pretty good read on people after talking to them almost every fucking day for like you said, the better part of a year. So when people if you don't talk to certain people or if you've been talking to people, it just there becomes a dynamic, it becomes a rhythm, It's and I have real life friends. I hate all of them. No, I'm kidding. I love them, but yeah, we're for the most part of our lives, we've just been complete lunatics, and I'm 35 now, so a lot of them most of us have settled down and started having kids, and some haven't. Some are still unhinged and living up north, and fighting bears, and making maple syrup by hand, and just Canadian stuff. Some of us are unhinged. What can I say? But it's just the bonds of on the internet are means it's just exactly like it's just it's the microphone makes it just quite easy to get to know people because that's half of yes, you can't see my face and how I'm reacting. I could be mouthing fuck you the whole time as I'm talking. But there's many different ways that I can express my joy, or just sarcasm is easy to detect. So that's always because you can start to, that's the thing. We've definitely bonded over the interwebs, but replacing real life friends. I hope not, but if depending on where you live, I live in a city of 6 million people, and so do you. But I don't know if there's that many people in Dubai, but
There's quite a few people with the GTA. That's all I know.
They
There's like
are.
there's half the population of Canada lives like within driving distance of me. So it's like, if I needed to make friends, I could just go find friends. Fuck, I could probably go buy friends from the internet if I wanted to. Go buy friends. It's just based
Or a
on
chat
like
bot,
cosmopolitan
correct?
selection of alcohol from the bar, so to speak. You know, like it is what it is. But the guys on the West Coast, I don't know. They gotta drive 90 minutes to have fun.
Yeah. No, this
In
is
person fun. They can have plenty of fun at home, but like 90 minutes to have like city kind of fun.
Actually
you know,
takes
like,
me an hour and a half to drive to the airport to pick up your mom.
well, there you go. See, it takes on 90 minutes to have fun. Like I said, in person, because we have fun online all the fucking time, which is what we're talking. Like that's why we're here.
Yes.
We're online. You're on one continent. I'm on one continent. Well, half of the continent, and you know we're all over the world, so it's great. It's more fun that way.
it's fascinating to be honest. I ask this because I had this question in my mind, and I wanted just to get your feedback because I personally I have made this year since I started to be active online. I have made the amount of people that I consider friends, and hopefully you consider me friends, more that I made through many years when I was just closing myself playing offline and have 3 4 5 friends, and that's it. So I think I like and again the internet is dangerous. Not everyone is good, not everyone is cool and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a trade in like everywhere else. Okay, can we go and see the base that's on the kelf? The ones that have a lot of natural thing on the side of the mountain. And who built
Oh,
this
the
base
tiny homes.
that we are looking at right now? Who
This
built it?
this is another one by Zain, by Czech Boy.
Oh, nice. All right, so I'm gonna
Trade
go and
Lord.
join Zain, and I just want to say here, when you guys put here, you have exactly 5 statues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6 statues. It's just for beauty of visualization, or they actually represent people in your mind when you create these 6 statues here. 2, 3,
Oh, the
4.
statues were just for decoration.
Ah, okay. So not the actual people who are carrying the Chimera Corp on lighting the way for the Chimera Corp in the future.
Well, if we could put a 6th person onto the board one day, that would mean that growth is still happening, which we would always like to see. If that grew to 9 or grew to 12 another day, that would be
Amazing.
maybe. Because that means that we could, do more with, less hours of our day. Because currently there's only about a handful of us that are kind of carrying the show. As the same goes, a lot of civil.
Let me know when you want me to when you are there already. Okay.
But a lot of things I've noticed is that the civilizations is that we do a lot of communication together and participate with each other, and there's a lot of intergroup talking about events, and there is a lot of participation that's good, and it's nice to see at least the Interstellar Index has been one of our biggest partners. Sort of coordinating build events and has been paramount to a lot of sort of immediate growth when, especially last year early on, which I think I touched pretty heavily on a few months ago. Yeah, and it's they've definitely helped us. Like I love ships. We all love ships here. That's what
It was
sort of.
definitely awesome to see their support when we were going through our hardship. I really appreciated that on their behalf.
Yeah, Neurosi Gaming is she has always been a saint for us. Holding up a sword where others just sort of coughed.
Yeah, I don't think
She
had an
holds that
episode.
sword up consistently to this day, while others mainly cough, and I appreciate all of that, and we all do.
I don't think I had an episode when someone didn't thank Neurosi. I personally, first hand seen how kind she is, because when I had 5 subscribers to my channel. I think this was like a couple of months ago when I started this, 3 months or 4 months ago. I had pretty much 5
Mm-hmm.
subscribers or 6, and I wanted to do the show, and I don't have anyone who's willing to come. She volunteered. We had an episode with her. We were going through the Titan, her Titan build, and we had one person watching us, and she really, she's so kind, and wow, what a planet. So I landed in a very strange place. I think I landed inside. My ship is inside this ring. This is a mega planet with color shifting. It's a moon again, probably, but it's so beautiful, so
Yeah,
beautiful
this
in
was
VR.
the Index's Halloween event planet location.
So which build is this?
This is the Fury of RnGezelbub. RnGezelbub, yeah.
This is one
Nice.
of
Okay.
Todd's builds.
Wow. Look to the scale of these planets in VR, guys. When you see this recording later on, you will be so impressed because this mega exotic planets. The one was
Oh yeah.
came probably with Origins update are massive, are
Mm-hmm.
beautiful in VR. I don't, unfortunately, I didn't even see all of these types yet in VR. They are so cool. So where is the
Yeah.
base? Wow, look
To,
at how
to give
bright
to
the
give
sun is.
the Index credit, they
their whole team has been, fantastic to work with. Like, Rusty and Terry and Shin Banjo, and he's always at their build competitions. Like, it's seemingly night and day, and he's always at the PBF build competition. He's showed up at a few of ours, and it's always nice to see like heavily active builders in the community. And Rusty just breathes and sleeps this guy. Like, he just he's very invested in the Index community and always has been. And
Okay, I am.
he's definitely a reason why it is what it is today, because he actually had a similar situation to what Chimera went through, where he had a squabble with some admins of a now group that's debunked, and the Index is what it is today because of him and a few of the others that they post a couple ships here or there and remain sort of part of the community. But yeah, it's definitely become, I think, a little bit bigger than even he would have ever expected, right? So it's
What the hell is
yeah, to
this,
have
guys?
Rosie and musician TT, and yeah, that's something else up there. Yeah, I can see you're already up there. Yeah, this is I remember when he was building this.
No. This build is crazy. No, yeah, I'm gonna come back to Jules. Correct. I think I have an episode planned with Jules, and I have Nirozi as the first episode after I am back from vacation.
Oh,
Index is
excellent.
a
That'll be
wonderful
fun.
civilization, but just take a look to this. Wow, with the two suns. I'm still not clear what is that, but it's just magnificent. There is like one eye coming down, Jesus on top here. Wow. The lighting is crazy. So, Todd, what really inspired you to come with this build? What is the idea that made you think about it? Looks so cool, man.
It's like a joke in the community, right? Like, you talk to any gamer, right? Like, there's that ongoing, like the gamer gods kind of concept, right? Like, there's like the RNG sus joke, right? Well, there's also like, I imagine like the counter to RNG sus, right? Would be like RnGezelbub, right? Every shitty roll, every like bad hand dealt, every dorsal fin on an otherwise wonderful fighter is RnGezelbub, like, fucking you over, right? And, essentially, like, you could, like, theoretically, like, sell your soul to RnGezelbub for a good roll, right? Like he might like not like fuck you over if like you pay the penance, right? And like that's kind of like down here is like the it's clearly the base terminus, right? But like I wanted to make it look like it was like this like flaming like like welling soul like portal to like some type of like hellscape, right? And like
Hellscape.
you just kind of have to like
It's like hell.
make that deal. Yeah.
The whole thing is giving the impressions about the gate to hell or something. The whole planet is just so hot, and it gives the vibes that I'm in hell right now. If I turn it off the AC, I will be literally in hell. But the amount of lava and snakes with lava and burn and fire and all this stuff with and when you see this again, you can see what I'm seeing right now, but when you will see this on the record later on, you'll be you'll be impressed because it looks so hot. I feel I'm burning, or even so it's not too hot, but it just give my brains a signal that this is what hell will look like.
It's unfortunate that I had to actually get rid of my base on this planet because
Yeah, that was a lovely base.
it had a tie-in to this build because as he was completing this, I sort of I had a creature that was coming out of I built like a 120 foot tall demon portal that
Oh.
had huge resized those glitch separate like the shattered pillars. So I resized them all like and colored them red and then like seamed them together so it just looked like a giant like it was kind of like a Oblivion gate from Oblivion, and then it had this like horrific beast coming through it with like a bunch of tentacles prying open the sides. And I have photos of it. I'll send you
You are
some.
teasing me to hell now.
I will have a slight tear because yes, it was on my normal save, and I was a stubborn bastard and didn't make a new save and just kept deleting bases, and I started to regret that near the end of the year. So I started my survival save, and yeah, 700 hours later, very happy I did that because
Uh,
don't be deleting bases.
Same thing.
Duh, head palm.
that was sad, but at least this build is still here, and
Exactly.
I'm
It's fantastic.
so happy to see
This
it.
is
I haven't seen
starting to
anything
cry
like this
about all the
before.
Christmas dorsals I found. I'm like, oh, why Christmas dorsal ships? Why? This is why.
One of the best things that like I can boast about this build is that it's 100% in game. No like blender or anything like that. If you go into like build mode and look at wire mode, you can see where like it's all like really crazy, like using ceiling lights to create feathering and stuff like that. And it was a lot of fun.
It looks unique, especially with the color shiftings of the planet.
Yeah,
And
the lighting with the planet is lovely.
Yeah, it's a really
It gives
cool
it
place.
like a weird like I akin it to like a perturbator cover where it's like pinks and purples and like oranges and whatnot that just like has that like surreal like black light on a like a felt poster kind of concept.
interesting. All right, what is the third base? We can have one more last base, then we usually go do three bases like this. So I really wanted to see this one on the kelp or maybe the crab one. I don't know which one you guys think is best to be recorded.
In terms of Well, there's a couple that are closely packed, like the. But yeah, if you want some to see in VR, we should go to Mech City because there's quite a few cool things to see there.
All right. So who should I
Yeah, let's.
follow from the anomaly?
To me, I'm just gonna head to that area as well.
Guys, I really appreciate you spending your Sunday evenings, correct? Walking me through this. Really, really appreciate it. Hopefully, you will not regret it when you see the stream, but I promise you, I recorded everything. And
it's fine.
yeah, as I mentioned, I'll probably be very, very far from my PSVR 2, which I'm gonna massively miss. But
If it was 2 in the morning on a Saturday, I might be slightly more drunk. But I think we're all behaving ourselves because it's Monday night. So you can't be starting off that early with this early in the week with that much liquor in your belly.
You are doing great, buddy. Almost done. Almost done.
Yeah, I'm just portaling through now.
All right. So these gates to hell was actually very, very impressive to look at in VR, because I had to feel the heat, even though it's not hot. So feeling, and seeing 360 degrees of fire and lava and lighting around you started making my brain think that I am in hell, correct? So this is not a place I plan to spend a lot of my time in live or after this, but it was good experience to know that, just few meters away you can go to hell and come back. So cool now.
There's some crazy builds on that planet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
In reality, I didn't really love the anomaly too much, because regardless how massive and impressive it looks in VR, you get bored of it sometime. And also in my brain, anomaly means crash, correct? So we are always used to crashing the anomaly. So every time you go to the anomaly, especially if you have multiplayer on, we have this feeling things are gonna go bad to the game. But after doing all of these tours, going to the anomaly always give me a breeze, like I'm in the breaking room, relaxing, taking a deep breath. At least this is stuff that I have seen a lot before everything inside the anomaly. So I love the anomaly now. I had the 2 days ago the distant world tour episode, which was so heavy, and they have shown me a lot of crazy stuff. Some of them were a little bit scary because I can't stand horror at all. And seeing the anomaly is like, oh, I am back home to my living room. The anomaly is my living room right now in VR. Okay, I'm gonna go on Max, and we can take it from there. It's actually very interesting. We have, so Max is on PS4. Is that correct?
I believe Max is Xbox.
Yeah, so Max PS5, and Todd and Zain, you guys both are on PC, correct?
I'm mainly on PC.
I'm playing Xbox right now,
Wow.
but it's the PC Game Pass.
Wow. So imagine that, how crazy this is, correct? We don't have any other game in VR that can allow cross-platform like this. So I am on PSVR 2, Max is on PSVR 5, and Todd is on Xbox, and sorry, Todd is on PC, and Zain is on Xbox.
Oh my god.
Well, I have been going in and out with the anomaly, but it's still not showing me to report to Max location.
No, I'm still stuck at the gate. I just ran out. Sorry, my kid just woke up, but yeah, no, all is good. But yeah, I'm still stuck at the gate of the anomaly. That's hilarious. LOL.
I was just speaking about the anomaly
I
a few
am
minutes
not
ago.
worthy. It's okay. I'll be deemed worthy soon.
I really like this new interceptor ship that NMS Silver give it to me. It's so cool because cockpits in VR now looks different because the configurations of the interceptor looks different. It is just, I think the interceptor update was just so cool when it comes to variation of the ships. And I'm doing some mining right now. It's so interesting to see the scale of these asteroids in VR. Oh, you guys finished the expedition? I know Max, you done it, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think
everyone
about
was
it?
done
Do you guys like the expeditions in general? I used to be very, hesitant about the expedition. It looks like homework for me, correct? So boring. But after some time, I've grown to love them because I started they started adding a little bit of a story, a little of new cool cosmetics. So, what do you guys think about the expedition and about the Singularity expedition and all these ABGs or whatever they're called? I forgot their names, artifacts or stuff.
Well, as far as this expedition goes, it wasn't super difficult, but it had an interesting storyline to it that I'm excited to see continue.
I think it's the first time ever they ask us to choose correct something in the game that will make an impact.
I do believe so.
What do you think,
Okay,
Todd?
I am on
Yeah.
site. I am at the crab.
I like that they're actually like continuing the storyline that they haven't touched in years.
Nice. So you are one of the lore fans, correct?
Yeah, I definitely do like lore. It's just who I am. I could talk your ear off about 40K, like forever, just because of how expansive and interesting the lore is, and like a lot of the inner workings of the lore is something that is the thing that like kind of keeps me coming back sometimes.
So you are familiar with the story because I'm still, I know that it's related to the origins of the harmonic camps and, stuff like, the corruption and stuff like this. But it's still not clear to me what's going on. I'm waiting
have
for
a question
someone to
for
tell
you.
me one day.
Have you done this expo?
Oh, I finished it. Yeah. That's how I have my construct.
Which head did you choose?
I done both.
Oh, you've done both. Okay.
Yes. But so I done it and I done
Which
it
one did you
again.
choose first?
Sorry?
Which one did you choose first?
I chose first not the AI, the other one, the organic one. Because I'm so
Atlantis?
scared of robots.
Okay. Between the Lantoid head and Crimson.
Yes, the Crimson.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to connect the dots, correct? Like, what, like, very high level, what is the story? Anyone knows, alright? Like,
Ooh, I like that interceptor. It's nice.
yeah. I mean, we know there are corrupted, sentinels that made a revolution, but it's still not clear for me why they are fighting. What's going on with them? I'm still waiting for someone to put a nice, simple video about what the hell is going on here.
A lot of references.
Yeah.
Like,
I think a couple of people are trying to put up videos and they are collecting. There is, some people are putting some theories and rumors that this will, probably connect to the Atlas and maybe start with, they are, that, Hello Games is trying to build 4 parts. Last part will be when Starfield is released in the same day, so that they will keep maybe introduce No Man's Sky cities or something. But I'm still trying to, connect the
that
dots.
that could be a possibility because in the lore, the main city of Corvax Prime apparently was called Alanthid. So in the expo, we kept on seeing fragments of New Alanthid. So it could be a possibility that like the Void Mother has something to do with free-minded Corvax and a new city or a new haven of some form, or like what really had like a rebuilt version of Corvax Prime.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, I thank you for this. I really needed to get my head around it, but I still couldn't. But yeah, I
I
think
think you're
I
you're
have a feeling
really
they will release cities, maybe an evolution of the, next level of what we call the settlements. But I'm looking now to the.
I think if you really want to like grasp like kind of the undertones of No Man's Sky's story, like there is a section of a thing, right, that's actually not from No Man's Sky that relates to No Man's Sky so hard it's not even funny. And that is the story of Nada from Sandman or whatever. Like it lines up in such a like weird, creepy way that like you can start seeing like certain undertones to the arcing storyline of No Man's Sky itself. Um, like there's some interesting things. Like I don't think it's any coincidence that a lot of the travelers are named after like our planets from like our solar system, which are actually named after Greek gods. I mean, the Atlas itself is a Greek titan that like holds up the world or all of existence to the Greek.
I'm gonna look for this and I'm gonna put it in the description because it's a very nice. I think looks like a nice reference. But this crap, man, what is this,
Yes.
Max? Oh my
Yes,
god.
welcome to my Kaiju crab. So this is a construct of basically nanobots that were existing happily in the ocean with sea life until this archive was built here, or this settlement next to this lake. And due to overfishing and, the destruction of their crab friends, they decided to become very angry and assembled themselves with whatever rocks and tubing and metal that they could find and made a gigantic version of the thing that the city deemed so delicious to which destroy them all with. And this is the very beginning of that process. So
That's a
it
very
blows
nice
open the
lore.
door with its energy fist, which is made of, several of the fissures. So it's using like basically like a pistol shrimp fist, basically, to blow open that door. And it has a flamethrower for a head and a somewhat of a fist mace sort of claw sort of. Yeah, so it's yeah, I feel bad for that building because it's not gonna last.
Man, I have to say
Today's the day.
that me looking now, I'm under the fest and seeing the scale of this fest in VR, I am feeling so small and I think I'm gonna be smashed. I believe the biggest other creature that I've seen like this was Neurosi Titan, and it also had a big fest that was in the sky, which I also had the same feeling. But this monster here looks so angry, and it reminds me of the monster that's in Moana, the movie by Disney, who also had a very big crab, and it used to like to collect jewelries and stuff like that on its back. But the
Oh yeah.
scale of the legs here and how big is under of this crab, it's magnificent.
Thank
I'm
you. Yeah, you
looking
can
up.
run right underneath and
Yeah.
get a better view of the shell from the back because I was trying to get an even form on that for a very long time, and there's quite a bit of scaffolding involved. Some of it I can still see, which is just fine. But
Wow.
ended up having to make a good portion of it with pipe. So you can see
Wow.
some of it I used and exposed coming out of the eye with like the bubble tubes but there's a huge frame of pipe to like kind of like I built the whole frame of the crab, like kind of like the shell, because I was tinkering with that for quite some time before I'm like, okay, I'm ready to now start using the rocks to build the legs, and the eyes just sort of happened. Like I grabbed the trog tulips, I'm like, and just clustered them so, and they kind of have that like, crabby sort of insect look. Kind of just happy accidents sometimes. It's best viewed like right from this door because the draw distance on some of the parts can get a little iffy depending on how far away you are. And then the tertium growths are these are just fantastic for using as like bionic machine because it just looks like it's like liquid but also metal,
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
started adding a few of those, and that concept kind of, and then started embedding it to like the little seams around the edges, making it poke out of the rocks, and yeah, so it was a really fun build.
The back looks so cool. I mean, the shell, it's like 3 layers of this shell, small, medium, and large. And the legs and the fists, yeah. The archive, have no chance. And it's
Oh,
coming
dude, yeah,
from the
they are
water.
all kinds of fucked. Yeah, there's just today's the day. You ate your last crab. You shouldn't have just. This planet's beautiful. Crabs. You should have left the crabs alone.
I love the
They
story. I
didn't
mean,
know.
it's very the RPG elements are so cool, so smart, so cool. Actually, I mean, look at this. Look at this fest here, guys. Wow, we can literally
Well,
go inside here.
on the same planet, there's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Just while we have a little bit of time, because it's in the same system.
All right, you want to go there quickly and wrap it there? Max, do you want to go and check the other one and then we wrap it there, or we are good?
Losing audio now? Maybe.
What's up?
Oh, there we go. No, I just.
Wow, the scale of these turtle guys. All right, I think we can wrap it up. I usually, I thought we take 20 minutes. How long have been going on? I think we've been going for so long.
Oh yeah, well, if you have a little bit left in you, we should check one more spot out, and then we can call it a day. Because
All right.
Todd worked real hard on this island the same time as I was working on this crab. So let's.
I'm gonna follow
Are you
you.
on site?
Okay, let me come.
Yeah, if you want to come over to the island, it's just the a couple of planets away. It's in the same system. This particular, build, they didn't specify a certain planet. It was like build wherever you want in the solar system.
All right, I'm coming now. I'm coming. Space.
And that's what your mom said.
Ooh, bird. Mech A L0MANiA. God, the names they came up with for some of these planets is so funny.
Right.
I see.
Index. There's a couple other good ones that
Toler
over the last
tone.
months.
The build you're looking for is Plague's Mech Island.
Oh, there we go. I'm back in the group now. Yay. Oh, when it just like lobby blips for a second.
Right? Isn't that the best?
Welcome back.
Bum, bum.
Wow. Headset trembling when you enter the atmosphere. It's still so amazing to me in PSVR. Even so, I have been going in and out for hundreds of these planets. Just a wonderful feeling.
I know. That's one thing that's gonna like. I'm gonna love Starfield. I know we all are gonna love Starfield. And the thing is like, yeah, like it's gonna remind me so much of like a classic. But it's gonna remind me of like Oblivion or like Morrowind, having to like load in between like flying and the planet. Like that's gonna take a little bit to getting used to. But it's a single player, the game, right? So it's gonna be completely different. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Starfield is one of the most hyped games ever, probably since Cyberpunk.
Oh yes.
I
for
don't
sure,
think
definitely.
anyone is not gonna buy. I'm gonna buy it, but I feel sad. I said this in previous shows that Microsoft bought Bethesda, and Bethesda used to love VR. I still play Skyrim VR from time to time. They were so good in it, correct? So I'm so disappointed in this because Bethesda used to put their games on all of the platforms, including Switch and stuff like this. Now, Starfield is going to be an exclusive experience. I don't think we can compare it to No Man's Sky. I think they learned a lot from No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous and Star Citizens. They took stuff that they can do and they put it there, and that's it. I hope they can make it one day in VR, and I'm gonna give it a try for sure in single player on my laptop. But what is this, man? What is this monster? Oh my god, I need to go up because I'm down. I don't think I can jet back all the way up. Can I?
No, you
There's a
should just
landing pad up here.
I would take a look at it from down here, though, man. Like, look at these legs. These legs are wild.
Yeah. This looks like a rock monster.
Essentially, like, normally you're supposed to kind of just, like, take the landing pad, right? And then just see how, like, meh the island is, and it's, like, mediocre top or whatever. And then, yes, as soon as you look underneath and you see the sheer, like, monster that is the mechanization of the island itself, yeah, that's where it's, like, really gets fun.
It's like the whole nature is based off here on this planet. They just want people to leave them in peace. Let me come. This is huge because it's like the whole rock is gonna fall on top of my head, and there is
I
a
wanted to
lot
make
of
it kind of
colors.
look like it was about to just, like,
Land.
leap
Yeah.
for, like, I don't know, like 300 yards or something, like.
Jump or move a big step like how the Mino exocraft do. Little bit. Oh, there is a landing pad here that I missed. I'm gonna go in the
So
landing pad.
No Man's Sky just crashed for me, so I'm looting back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
This
didn't.
is the way detected.
Welcome to No Man's Sky. Wow. Okay, now I am on the top of the monster. And how did you had all of these caves close to each other? Was this naturally created? Oh my
What?
god. All of these small caves
Oh,
here.
the little mud huts.
Wow. So on the top of the monster, there are like one, two, three of these small, small houses, a natural one, just close to each other's. I haven't seen many of them close to each other like this before.
I think those are the base parts.
Yeah, I put them like that.
This is you made this by yourself?
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh my god, I like
I love using those mud
Putting-
huts. They're great.
I like putting here my head inside this and all these small little, cubes moving in a circle. So relaxing. Wow.
Yeah, there's
just
a lot of
beautiful.
details packed in here.
So
Very
beautiful.
organic and
Matter of fact, they're hard. Like, unless you really are paying attention, like, a lot of people don't always notice them. But in that Halloween RnGezelbub build, I had mud huts in that one too. It was just that they were actually hidden, and like I was mainly utilizing the like root part of the part to like poke up through the rocks and give it like that eerie, like curly roots coming through the ground kind of feel.
I jumped on the top, the main route when we have this golden fighter statue, and I look down here, and you guys will see this later when I release the video. There is like 400, 40, 50, 60 different waves moving and interacting at any single moment. I think this is one of my favorite stuff that I love to see. I think this is the one from the exograph tracing pills. I'm not sure, but when they interact with each others, yeah, just so relaxing and so beautiful. Because X-rays passing through my hand and through my head with a lot of coloring, and it's just magnificent. Let me go up and take a look to the whole thing where I am right now, because the scale of this thing, it's magnificent. So we have the head of the monster, we have the body of the monster, and then we have the legs of the monster. The legs is just about to move or jump on, just stamp and move the next step. These legs and this whole thing, man, is crazily creative. Wow.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and
yeah, I haven't been back here in a little while, and dude, yeah, man, this thing's fucking cool.
yeah,
It's
it
been a
is
minute.
so cool.
I remember when I
Especially
first built this, and I
there's
was
ju-
like, yeah, this was wild. But now, like, seeing it, it's nice coming back to old builds that you've done and just
Right.
giving yourself old ideas again.
Well,
New
yeah,
ideas.
looking at it-
how did you
looking
get
at
the
it
idea
now,
to do that?
Like, I could do it differently, and like I've learned new things. So like, I don't know. I think I could probably do it better now.
It reminded me right away of those jumping rocks that you when you're mining, but like a really big version, like that just got like a quantum turbine upgrade or something. It's just
Oh, dude, I
and then
should go
the earth
through
shifted.
it. I should go through it and add a whole bunch of that like 𝕂𝕒𝕩𝕒𝕒 crystal all throughout it.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, like a real big one, like coming through like the center column and stuff in like the joints of the legs and stuff. Yeah, that'd be wicked.
Beautiful.
Oh, what a whirlwind tour, eh? Jeez. I mean, we got 10 other bases. So I mean, who doesn't, right? Jeez, we got those bases. We could keep going and going and going and going.
There's just too many crazy stuff in this game, guys. Wow. It's so beautiful. All right, I think now this should have just have been a wonderful tour. I'm gonna wrap up. I really want to thank you guys for taking the time to walk me through this fascinating build and sharing with me some of your interesting stories. This planet is just so beautiful. The monster is crazy. I didn't think I've seen a monster this big. I've seen a lot of monsters so far. I actually didn't expect to see a lot of monsters in No Man's Sky, even so this is an a game in space, and we usually should expect a lot of hostile ones. But this monster, the idea of having the rock as part of the monster is just very creative. So Todd, Zane, and Max, thank you guys. Thank you for taking time to show me through this great build. This is gonna be released somewhere in July in the standard Sunday. It's gonna be episode 20. So it's gonna be next week actually on Sundays. It's gonna be released. So yeah. Any last words you want to say to people who are gonna watch this later on?
Oh, well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and as I mentioned, check the link for the Chimera Corp there in the description, the video description, and if you want to have your basis features, please book in the also the link in the description, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to get more content about No Man's Sky in VR.